Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to the first virtual pet video that I've recorded in a couple months at this point. I'm not going to get too far into it, but I've been really struggling with my mental health and that has a huge impact on my hobbies, specifically virtual pets. In the virtual pet hobby, it's like when you can't take care of yourself, you certainly can't take care of a virtual pet, and that just contributes to the mental health struggles because you can't participate in your hobbies. And then for those of us in the virtual pet content creation, there's an extra layer to it. If you can't take care of yourself, you can't take care of your virtual pets, then you can't create content, and there goes your other hobby. But I had a thought the other day, I had a realization. I get asked from time to time from members of our community, how do you navigate dealing with your mental health struggles and running virtual pets? And my answer has always been to go to the virtual pets that aren't as demanding. So not the traditional Tamagotchi type pets, but the Mochi Manuzu, the Coco Tama, those pets that are really gracious when you can't take care of them. And my realization is that I have not taken that advice for myself. I've been really struggling and wanting to run virtual pets for, the better part of last year, the better part of 2023, and I just wasn't able to find the energy and the focus to commit to running virtual pets. But I completely ignored the advice that I've always given. So today, I am taking that advice. And not only am I taking this advice, but we're gonna get all nostalgic up in here. I ordered some games off of eBay last week that I thought would be perfect. So these are pet-related games that don't have any kind of like clock or timer. So I can play the game when I feel up to it, and when I'm not, I don't have to play it. It's the perfect solution. So we have dogs, cats, and then the one we're going to start today is Petz Hamsterz Life 2. I have not played this game before, but full disclosure, when I received it from eBay, I went into the current save file just to make sure that the game worked and would save properly, and honestly, I found it to be a little intimidating. So I'm not quite sure what we're getting ourselves into. It seems like this is hamsters mixed with like slice of life, maybe dating sim? I'm not sure, but we'll just have to see. I didn't get a manual from eBay, but I was able to find a PDF one online, so we at least have that to help us. We have this absolutely iconic start menu with these real life looking hamsters having a birthday party, but that's nothing like what the actual game looks like. So we'll start a new game and we will get our hamster. Hi there, dear. Welcome to Hamster Club. I don't think we've met. You must be new. And I'm sure you've already guessed I'm playing this on a Game Boy player and I don't know all the controls here. So there we go. That's not difficult at all. Is this your first time visiting the Hamster Club? Absolutely yes. Great, I'll teach you all you need to know. If you have any questions, don't be afraid to ask. We have to choose our hamster type, and I have no idea what this word is right here, but we get to choose between that or a golden. So in real life, I had a hamster for a while when we bought our house in 2020. The first thing I wanted to do, since we were no longer renting, was have whatever pet I wanted. So I had a hamster, and he lived for a couple years and passed away from old age. I really miss him. He was the absolute best, and I want a hamster that looks like him. Well, we'll just take a chance. We'll see what it looks like. Oh my gosh, it's very like Hamtaro looking. Let's see what the golden one looks like since we have the option. What? No, let's go with this one. It looks nothing like my hamster, but that's okay. It's super, super cute. Now for the most difficult part, giving our hamster a name. I feel like I've already been sitting here trying to think for like 5 minutes, so I just need to pick something and commit to it. I think I've settled on a name. We're going to name our hamster Mochi. I don't really think he looks like a mochi, but that's still like a kawaii name that I don't think I'll regret later on in the game. Now you need a place for your hamster to live. Here, you can use this cage. It's nothing special, but it's a good starter. It looks like we just got to our house. Look how cute this bedroom is. It looks like there's a bed, and I think that's a piano off to the far right. I love it so much. I know this game doesn't really have anything to do with the bedroom, but I think it's adorable. Now we have our hamster. This is Mochi. They are a snob. Oh my gosh. They have a small cage and their food is standard normal. What? I think that's Mochi sleeping, but it looks kind of terrifying. Well, let's go ahead and see what we can do in terms of the next part of the storyline. Yo, heard you got yourself a hamster. I got one too. Having a pet, it's a tough job, as we know, and that's why we're playing a pet game that we can pause whenever we want to. Hope you can handle it. Thanks. Oh my goodness, he's running on his wheel. This is super cute, but I don't really feel like I've got a good grasp of the game, so to speak, but it's very cute so far. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm going to take this game, I'm gonna go play it for a couple days. Today that I'm recording this is actually Easter Sunday, and it's going to come with me to our Easter party today. Then after a couple days, I'll let you know how it goes, and we'll check in on Mochi together. Over the last few days, I would say that I spent between an hour and an hour and a half on this game. I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but remember the reasons why we're trying this game. I would say an hour and a half is great. This game, I found it to be very difficult to figure out, even with the instruction manual, as well as watching other people play it on YouTube. It's still kind of an odd structure. So let me explain to you what I figured out. The goal, of course, is to take care of your hamster, but as you progress in the game, there's also a storyline that progresses as well. So the game, as you take care of your hamster and go through the storyline, you progress through days. Days in the game are not related to real time. Instead, it's related to turns. So each day has 3 turns: morning, afternoon, and evening. During each turn, you can either take care of your hamster on this screen here, and you can also visit the hamster club, which is a shop, or the school if you'd like. But your turn is essentially based off taking care of your hamster. If you're spending time with your hamster, each turn is about a minute long, and that doesn't include any time in the menu. Of course, you can also skip through your turn if you don't want to spend that minute with your hamster. I essentially developed a routine for myself for how I handle each turn. This game is kind of grindy, so it's a little repetitive, but here's how I handle each day. I normally skip the morning turn just because things get repetitive quite fast. As you can see, we're now on the afternoon turn based off the little sunshine that's in the upper corner. So let's spend the minute with our hamster. So here is Mochi, and when you're in this menu here, time does not pass. So I start out by petting Mochi as well as giving them some brushing, and then I go into training. So here is the brushing. To do the training, you use the grab option. You grab your hamster and you drag them to wherever you want them to train. Now, according to the NPC that taught me how to do the training, you sometimes won't get the training arrows from your hamster, but I'm still pretty early on in the game. We've got lots of training to do, so I would say I see them 75% of the time. Once I go through training in all the main areas, I give Mochi a little bit more petting and brushing, and then I skip the rest of my turn. You see this symbol that's up here in the corner? That means that the turn has ended, and as you can see, it automatically progressed me to the evening turn. Had I not taken so much time with Mochi, I could have backed out and used this skip icon to complete the turn. I hope that makes sense. The turn system is oddly confusing and simple all at the same time, and I think what makes it the most confusing is that it's just never spelled out anywhere. It's not spelled out in the manual, nor in the gameplay, so you're kind of left to your own devices to figure out how it works. I've skipped to the next morning. Let's take a look at school. This is where the story is going to progress the most. If you get to school and there's no one here to talk to, you have the option to go inside and send an email. Emailing, you can email the different NPCs, but I haven't quite figured out how it actually progresses the storyline, so we'll just go ahead and go back home. And the other place you can visit is the Hamster Club, which is the pet store. Here at the Hamster Club, you can buy things for your hamster, but I haven't earned enough money to do this yet. A new hamster costs 3,000 gold, and as you can see, I only have 1,900. And the cage that's currently available to me costs 2,000 gold, but as you progress in the game, there are more options of different cages that you can buy. Each Sunday during the afternoon turn, there is a Hamz Cup competitions, and this is essentially a mini game. There's several different mini games that it could be, but it's just one game a week where you compete with your hamster and you can earn rankings. This is a main part of the storyline, the competitiveness between the different characters, and this is also where you earn money. As you do training with your hamster, you gain different stats. So here we have Mochi, and these are the different tricks that they know so far. These are their personality traits. And then here we have their stats: endurance, quickness, jump, grooming, appearance, and charm. Right now we're only on Tuesday, so I still have several turns to get through before another Hamz Cup tournament comes up, but when it's your afternoon turn on Sunday, the tournament automatically starts. You just need to make sure to go into the Hamz Cup prior to the afternoon turn to sign up. And as you can see right here, Mochi is already signed up for the next competition, which is the 100-meter run, another mini game that I have not yet tried. Overall, I've enjoyed playing Hamster's Life 2, but it's not automatically a virtual pet that I would recommend for the situation that we spoke about earlier in the video. It's not something I would automatically recommend to someone that is struggling to take care of a pet. The biggest downfall with this game, and the reason that it's not automatically a recommendation, is because it takes a long time to get used to the structure, and there's not a whole lot of movement in the storyline. Because of these two things, playing the game, the motivation really has to come from within, because it doesn't have that intense and interesting storyline to pull you along. You really have to pull yourself along. And when you're dealing with mental health struggles, that is really one of the big issues for most people, is having the motivation and the capacity to take care of themselves, take care of a virtual pet, or in this case, to find the motivation to play and learn the game. For myself, it felt like it took a lot of effort to learn this game, and there were times that it felt boring before I developed my routine and understood how to grind through the hamster raising lifestyle. It felt a little lackluster. Even now, an hour and a half into the game, I feel like I'm just figuring out what I'm supposed to be doing, and there's quite a bit more of the game for me to explore and discover, so I am looking forward to it at this point. It just took a lot of effort to get through that first hour and a half. I hope the routine that I shared a couple minutes ago can help some people learn how to play this game more quickly, because there certainly are pros to this game, and I think it's a fun one that people should try. One of the biggest pros to me is the theming. I absolutely love the hamster theme. They're so cute. It's very early 2000s, kind of some retro nostalgic vibes. Definitely has the Hamtaro feeling to me. If you like Hamtaro and are willing to put in a little time to learn this game, I think you'll find enjoyment in it. And there are so many other aspects to this game that I see as a pro, but I can't yet speak to them because I haven't experienced them. So I know as I get further in the game and I get other hamsters, I guess that's one pro in itself. You can have multiple hamsters. Different cage sizes can hold different number of hamsters. This small cage here can hold up to 2. But once you have more than one hamster, you can breed them, and that opens up a whole world of stats and different species of hamsters. So there's a very cool layer there that I haven't yet discovered. When we were just looking at the competition Hamz Cup screen over here, you can see that I'm rank 1, so I feel like there's still tons of opportunities for me to continue grinding and leveling and seeing how my care really affects these hamsters, and I'm really looking forward to that and having such, I guess the word I'm looking for isn't intense, but having such an in-depth system for raising the hamsters is definitely a pro for me. I've hardly scratched the surface of what this game is like, and I'm excited to keep playing and learning more about it. Let me know in the comments below if this is a game you would like to see regular updates on, or if you have any other questions about it, and as I go, I can certainly let you know when I discover the answers. So to sum up my feelings in a couple sentences, this is a very cute game. If you have the motivation to learn the game structure as well as to grind and gain levels, then I would recommend this game for you. Thank you so much for joining me today as I played Hamsterz Life 2. I really enjoyed checking out these virtual pet hamsters, so let me know in the comments below what you thought of this game and if you think you're going to check it out. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to my channel. I will certainly be doing more of these virtual pet video game reviews, including one for cats and dogs, the other games that I got alongside of this hamsters one, so you can look forward to that. Thanks again for joining me today, and I will see you in my next video.